And welcome back to On TV. I'm now joined by Brendan Riggin, PhD, who is the postdoctoral associate for the Center for Studies in Family Medicine at Western University. Brendan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks very much for having me on.
And you're a part of the Western University's research team with hockey fans in training who have been partnering with multiple OHL teams and one American League team to help keep hockey fans specifically in shape. Are you suggesting that there's a correlation in beer-loving hockey fans and maybe not the best lifestyle choices?
Yeah, you could probably find that. I know a lot of guys are very similar. They like to enjoy a beer and maybe have a few chicken wings while they're watching the hockey games. So we've tried to develop a program that's designed specifically for them and that we think they're going to enjoy a lot.
Well, you can't knock them, I gotta say. All three of those things put together sounds like a perfect time to me. But hockey in training, yeah, started back in 2014. Where did this idea start from? How did you say, you know what, let's target this specific demographic and see if we can make a change there?
Yeah, well, we're health researchers here at Western University, and what we found is that men's health actually here in Canada is actually quite poor, and this actually has a pretty significant cost associated with it on our healthcare system too. So we've tried to develop a program that's designed specifically for men, and that they're going to want to not only join in the first place, but to continue to come back to on a weekly basis. And we found that one of the ways of doing that is actually by partnering with Canadian Hockey League teams.
And the first team that you mentioned you started with is the London Knights, and I think that's quite a sizable team to start with if that's where you're first putting your foot in the door. How did that all get figured out in configuring how you were going to run it with the London Knights?
Yeah, so we started with the London Knights and the Sarnia Sting, and it was developed as a pilot program to see whether or not something like this will work. So we approached the teams and said, "Hey, do you want to do this program? We're going to try and target your fan base and see if we can get them to not only eat healthier, but maybe get a bit more physical activity and overall just improve their lifestyle." And both teams were on board right away. They think it's a great program and something that they want to offer for their community and their fan base. And I think the fans really get something out of it as well. So not only do they get sort of a behind-the-scenes access or behind-the-scenes look at their favorite team, they get to meet some team personnel as well. And some of our sessions are actually held at the arena. So after we did the pilot program with the London Knights and the Sarnia Sting, we found that the men typically lost about 10 pounds just after a 12-week, once-a-week program. But they also had a number of other health benefits as well. So improvements to their blood pressure, they lost a pant size or two as well. And in general, we're just feeling quite a bit better about themselves. So it was quite a successful pilot program, and now we're trying to scale this up across the Canadian Hockey League, including Sault Ste. Marie.
And obviously all of those benefits are fantastic. Anyone, I believe it's targeting 35 and up, correct?
That's right, yeah, 35 to 65 years old between January and December of this year.
Where some people at that age might start slacking a little bit with what they're eating. But what does the 12-week program consist of?
So about half of the program consists of what we call the educational component, just some healthy lifestyle tips on ways that they can make small but manageable changes to their lifestyle. It's not a diet by any means. We don't tell people that they can and cannot eat certain foods. We find that this approach really is sustainable over a long term. And then the other half is our exercise component. So we get them to do some hockey-related drills, stick handling, things like that. Everything is off ice, so it's just held, like I said, either in one of the team's facilities or at a local YMCA. So we don't actually go on the ice for anything, but it's all exercises that they can do on their own. Doesn't require any special equipment, things like that. And generally, the guys have a pretty good time competing with one another, just doing some of those stick handling drills, things like that.
And as you mentioned, you are partnering up with the Soo Greyhounds now as we're located in Sault Ste. Marie, so people watching will obviously care to know that.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about what they can expect, not expect, I believe, but after the 12 weeks, what are they going to be feeling?
Well, I think they're going to be feeling better about themselves. You know, a lot of people, they might want to be thinking about making a lifestyle change, but they generally find that more of the traditional weight loss programs aren't designed for them. And so I think that's really where our program fills that need, is that it's designed for this very specific group, and they enjoy getting along with other Soo Greyhound fans as well, too. So I think they're going to be feeling better about themselves, not just with the positive, healthy changes that they're making, but also getting to interact with other people that are in the same boat as them.
Absolutely, and I was just about to say, does that group atmosphere really add to, maybe the moral support saying, you know what, guys, we can do this, and just the connectivity originally linking with hockey, now they've got another challenge that they can tackle together.
Absolutely, you nailed it on the head. So not only are they hockey fans, but they're all fans of the Greyhounds. So I think just meeting on a weekly basis with other guys that are sort of in the same boat as them and very like-minded, they get together at these sessions. They talk about the game last night, things like that, and I think they really enjoy it.
Well, if they're a fan of the Soo Greyhounds, I think they have really good taste. But where can these people sign up if they so wish to be a part of it?
Yeah, so we encourage people to check out our website. It's www.hockeyfansintraining.org. We have all our information about the program, what to expect, some frequently asked questions, things like that, and then a join button as well that they can click on if they're interested in joining.
Well, Brendan, I want to thank you so much for bringing something so revolutionary, so innovative to Sault Ste. Marie and all over Canada. Where are you guys looking at expanding next?
Well, we're going out to the WHL next after we've successfully launched in 16 communities in Ontario. After we reach out to some of the WHL teams, we're moving to the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League as well. So we're trying to get it from coast to coast across the country, and we're quite optimistic.
Well, it looks like you guys are definitely making your mark across Canada. Brendan, I want to thank you so much for taking some time and letting us know that, maybe some people in the city can make some positive changes in their lives.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Brendan. Thank you so much. More on TV right after this.